You might want to sit down for this one, because the conversation surrounding Beyoncé and Jay-Z feels different this time. For years, rumors about tension in their marriage have come and gone like waves. Every few months, social media would light up with whispers of divorce. Then things would quiet down. They would appear together at an event, release music, or show up smiling at an award show, and the cycle would reset. But lately, the tone has shifted. The whispers feel louder. The speculation feels heavier. And this time, people are talking about something major, an alleged breaking point. According to circulating reports and unnamed insiders, Beyoncé may finally be considering walking away from a marriage that has lasted nearly 2 decades. Some of those same rumors are throwing around a staggering number, an alleged $2.6 billion settlement if things truly fall apart. That number alone is enough to make headlines. But what makes this moment feel bigger isn't just money. It's the timing. It's the resurfacing of old stories. It's the way social media seems to be connecting dots from 20 years ago to now. And it's the silence, calm, controlled, but unmistakably present. There's even chatter suggesting that Solange Knowles, Beyoncé's sister, might not be shedding tears if a split actually happens. And then there's Nicki Minaj, often referred to online by her given name, Annika, whose recent posts and subtle commentary have only fueled the drama. Whether intentional or not, people online are reading into every caption, every emoji, every old photo resurfacing. So what's really going on? Is this another rumor cycle that will fade? Or is something actually shifting behind closed doors? To understand why this moment feels different, we have to rewind. The history of rumors and reconciliation. This isn't the first time their marriage has been under a microscope. In fact, public speculation about trouble between Beyoncé and Jay-Z stretches back more than a decade. The turning point for many fans was the now infamous elevator incident in 2014. After the Met Gala, security footage surfaced showing Solange physically confronting Jay-Z inside an elevator while Beyoncé stood nearby. The world watched in shock. The footage was silent, but it spoke volumes. Questions exploded overnight. What could have happened to trigger that kind of reaction? Not long after, Beyoncé released music that many interpreted as deeply personal. Songs about betrayal, forgiveness, anger, and rebuilding trust. Later, Jay-Z addressed his own mistakes in his music. They appear to choose reconciliation. They presented a united front. And for a while, it seemed like they had survived the storm. Insiders at the time claimed that strict boundaries were put in place. There were reports that late nights out became limited. Private meetings with certain artists were allegedly restricted. The message, according to sources, was clear: respect the marriage or lose it. And for years, that structure appeared to hold. But forgiveness is not the same as forgetting. And rebuilding trust doesn't erase emotional scars. The age gap and early influence. There have long been discussions about how their relationship began. Beyoncé was 19 when she and Jay-Z started growing close. He was already in his early 30s. At that time, she was still evolving, discovering who she was as an artist and as a woman. According to circulating accounts, she initially hesitated. Jay-Z already had a reputation in the industry. Stories about women, rumors about his lifestyle, whispers that followed him from city to city. Some reports suggest she wasn't immediately convinced that romance was what she wanted. There are also long-standing rumors that her mother, Tina Knowles, believed the relationship could be beneficial strategically. The theory floating around online is that aligning with an already powerful mogul could elevate Beyoncé's career to an even higher level, a partnership that would strengthen both of their empires. Of course, these are insider claims and long-running narratives, none confirmed directly by the couple. But they continue to circulate, especially now as people revisit the early years with new perspective. When you're young, ambitious, and surrounded by powerful voices, choices can feel complicated. What feels like romance may also be wrapped in business, opportunity, and expectation. Fast forward nearly 20 years, and that complexity appears to be resurfacing in public conversation. Living two lives? Another recurring rumor suggests that behind the scenes,
difficult listening to that because it felt like it was him, obviously, but it felt like a stranger. And one more thing that I feel is important is that I understood his position to a point. Not saying I agree with it, but I understood his position because he's got this, everybody, all the time. Before the status that, you know, we see now, he had that all the time because the main thing was even into the late 90s, it was still jazz and
Beyonce and Jay-Z have been living largely separate lives while maintaining a united front publicly for business reasons. Industry insiders have occasionally hinted at separate residences, separate schedules, and separate routines, while still presenting as a cohesive power couple at events. Whether true or not, the idea itself speaks to the pressure of their brand. They are not just husband and wife. They are an empire, a billion-dollar machine built on music, fashion, partnerships, and influence. Smiling for cameras while navigating private tension can create enormous strain. The pressure to preserve an image, especially one built on strength and perfection, can be exhausting. And lately, there are whispers that Beyoncé is tired. The legal rumors. Recently, social media exploded with claims that Jay-Z had allegedly been seen consulting both a legal issues attorney and a divorce attorney. That detail alone was enough to ignite speculation. There has been no official confirmation of any filings, no public statement, no court documents released. But the rumor mill has been relentless. One insider reportedly said, "When whispers get louder, something is shifting." Whether that's true or not, the attention on their marriage has intensified. Fans have also pointed to moments where Beyoncé's bodyguard appeared unusually protective at major public events. Some claim she has threatened to leave the country abruptly in the past. Others suggest she feels overwhelmed by constant supervision and management. Again, none of these claims have been verified, but the pattern of speculation continues to grow. Questions about money and independence. Another thread circulating online suggests that Beyoncé may be reevaluating her financial independence. One source claimed she has allegedly requested audits and deeper transparency regarding where her money is allocated. If true, that would signal a desire for clarity and autonomy. For someone who has built an empire through relentless work, it wouldn't be surprising if she wanted full visibility over every dollar. Observers have also noted her recent business moves. High-profile tours, new ventures, expanding brand partnerships, investments in property outside the United States. Some interpret this as strategic long-term planning, diversifying assets, protecting wealth, creating independence. Others argue that global superstars often expand their portfolios. It's normal, not dramatic. The truth likely sits somewhere in between. High-level business decisions are rarely impulsive. The cheating allegations resurface. Of course, infidelity rumors have followed Jay-Z for decades. Names have been dragged into headlines repeatedly. Rihanna was linked to him early in her career, though those claims were strongly denied. Adult film actress Jasmine Cashmere's name surfaced in gossip blogs in 2010 with unverified stories of a pregnancy. Other names, Kathy White, Rachel Roy, Rita Ora, have been pulled into rumor cycles over the years. Most of these stories remain unproven. Some have been denied outright. But in the age of social media, allegations don't disappear easily. They linger, ready to resurface whenever.
And Pusha T, they made their living our people, so how the f they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Liars are now the face of...
Tension rises. There have even been dramatic online rumors about Jay-Z's sexuality, dating back to early days in Brooklyn. Stories referencing unnamed figures from the 1990s have circulated on blogs for years. Again, these claims remain speculation without confirmed evidence. Still, when multiple controversies stack on top of each other, the narrative becomes heavy. Serious allegations and public denials. More recently, Jay-Z's name has appeared in online discussions tied to broader industry investigations. Allegations mentioned in certain blogs connect him loosely to events from decades ago. It is important to state clearly, allegations are not convictions. There has been no court ruling confirming wrongdoing in these claims. Another situation involved a Jane Doe accusing both Jay-Z and Diddy of misconduct dating back to 2000. Jay-Z's representatives reportedly denied the accusations strongly, calling them baseless. In high-profile cases, rumors often spread faster than verified facts. Critics argue that powerful figures avoid accountability. Supporters counter that public accusations do not equal guilt. For Beyoncé, though, even association with controversy affects her brand. Her image has always been rooted in control and strength. Repeated headlines, even unproven ones, create pressure. Nicki Minaj's role in the drama. Then there's Nicki Minaj. She has openly criticized Jay-Z and Roc Nation in the past. She has accused industry forces of interference in her career. Recently, she shared posts that many interpreted as subtle shade, old photos with ages listed, commentary that some saw as pointed. Whether intentional or coincidental, fans believe she would not be heartbroken if the marriage ended. Online rivalries and long-standing industry tension add fuel to speculation. The bigger picture, power and legacy. What makes this moment feel different isn't just cheating rumors. It's the accumulation of everything. Old controversies resurfacing, financial independence rumors, legal consultations, social media shade. And at the center is Beyoncé, a woman who has always answered chaos with art. When betrayal rumors surfaced, she created music that redefined cultural conversation. When speculation grew, she remained silent and strategic. But this time, her silence feels heavier. There are no dramatic denials, no public declarations of undying love to quiet the noise. Just business as usual. And sometimes that says more than a statement ever could. $1 billion divorce? If a split were to happen, it wouldn't just be emotional. It would be financial, cultural, historic. A divorce at that level would involve dividing assets, renegotiating contracts, and shifting industry power. It wouldn't happen loudly. It would happen carefully, strategically. Some fans believe she is playing chess, lining up every piece before making a move. Others think this is simply another round of internet gossip. But one thing is undeniable, the fairy tale image doesn't feel untouchable anymore. The human side. Behind the empire is a human being. Fame does not erase stress. Wealth does not eliminate heartbreak. Decades of managing an image while handling private storms would exhaust anyone. If even a fraction of these rumors reflect reality, that's a heavy burden to carry. For nearly 20 years, she has stood beside him publicly. She has forgiven. She has built. She has elevated their brand to global dominance. The question now is whether she wants peace more than power. What happens next? At this stage, nothing is confirmed. No official filings. No verified statements. Just insiders, reports, and endless speculation. The truth in situations like this rarely explodes overnight. It unfolds slowly, quietly, strategically. If they remain together, it will be because they choose to. If they separate, it will likely be calculated and controlled. Either way, this moment feels like more than gossip. It feels like a cultural shift waiting to happen. The untouchable image has cracks now. Whether those cracks widen into a break or get sealed once again, only time will tell. For now, the world watches and waits.